Homework 9, Distance, Midpoints, and Circles, Video 2. Let's do one more example of the distance formula involving some negative numbers. It really doesn't change anything, it just means you have to be careful. If you're going to use the formula, and frankly I recommend using the formula, I would make sure you correctly identify all the x's and y's before you plug them in. You can do this at a mental level, or you can literally write it down. This is my first x, this is my first y. This is my second x, this is my second y. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you call first or second. I could have called this the first x, but the minute you name one of them, you've named all of them. If this is the first x, then this is the first y, and this is the second x, and this is the second y. You'll get the same answer each time because of the squares. You're just reversing the subtraction problems, which only changes the sign of the subtraction problem's answer, but when it gets squared, it becomes positive anyway. So, let's go to town. When you're using a formula, I recommend sometimes writing the formula without the variables. When we did the quadratic formula, I recommended replacing all the variables with parentheses. In this case, because we've already got two parentheses, it would get really messy. So I'm just going to write the distance formula without any of its variables. This is what I would call the structure of the distance formula, the square root of the sum of the squares of two differences. And now let's just drop in all the values. Second x goes here, -4. First x goes here, 1. Second y goes here, 9. First y goes here, -3. Be careful not to confuse the subtraction signs in the formula with the negatives on any coordinates. Your formula starts with two negatives, minuses, excuse me. Your coordinates may just bring in extras, so I still have all four negative signs floating around. And then just carefully proceed. -4 minus 1 is -5. That will get squared. Hasn't been squared yet. 9 minus -3. Minus a negative is the same as plus a positive, so 9 plus 3 is 12. That will get squared. -5 squared is 25. 12 squared is 144. 144. I haven't done the square root yet, that's why it's still there. And I'm not doing it yet either, it's the last thing you're going to do. 25 plus 144 is 169, and the square root of 169 is exactly 13. No need to round. So the distance formula is pretty easy. Plug in four numbers, go to town. In order, subtract twice, square twice, add, and then square root.